Hello, YouTube and Facebook friends. This is Carin Lynch at the Wildwood Lifestyle Center Teaching Kitchen, where today, as always, we're going to make another simple, nutritious, and delicious recipe. We're going to make a Tex-Mex tofu scramble. Now, this is more like a scrambled egg, but we're going to give it a little Tex-Mex flair. Okay, so let's take a look at our ingredients. We're going to start with a block of tofu. Now I'm using extra firm tofu. This is one that you can buy in your produce section of your grocer. It's just not the shelf stable one because those are usually silkened and it's going to be a little too soft. We want this to be like a texture of scrambled eggs. We've got some vegetables. I have some chopped tomatoes, some chopped onions, and chopped green pepper. I have some chicken style seasoning. Now chicken style seasoning is just a mix of different seasonings put together to give it like almost like a chickeny flavor, like a chicken broth. So we're going to use that, a little bit of that, and some turmeric. Now turmeric is going to give this a little bit of a yellow color because we want this to look like scrambled eggs. Then we've got some garlic powder, Himalayan pink salt, and onion powder. Then I have some nutritional yeast flakes and my secret ingredient. This is black salt. Now black salt you usually can't buy in your regular grocer, but if you go to an Indian grocer or an ethnic grocer, you'll probably be able to find it. And it really has a little bit of a sulfur flavor to it, and we're going to use this to give this more of an egg flavor. And then lastly, I have a little bit of taco seasoning. I'm just going to sprinkle this on top to make it our Tex-Mex. Okay, so this is kind of like a two-step recipe. We're going to start by softening some of our vegetables. I'm just going to take our onions and our green peppers in a saute pan, and I'm going to saute with them with just a little bit of water. I have a little extra water here just in case that it evaporates. Now we're sauteing in water for a reason. Most of the time, most people would use oil here. Not only though are we using this because it's actually a more low fat, but oil, when it gets hot, it breaks down the molecular construction of the oil. And what happens is it actually can be a carcinogen. So I'd like to use water and it softens our vegetables just as nice. While that's going to be sauteing though, I'm going to use a potato masher to mash our tofu. I just have the block of tofu in a bowl here, and I'm just going to start mashing it up. I wanted a consistency similar to like scrambled eggs. So we're going to get some of these big chunks and get them all mashed down. So once you get this mashed down, I'm going to add my seasonings. I have here the chicken style seasoning. Here's our nutritional yeast, our black salt, our onion powder, here is garlic powder, a little bit of regular salt, the Himalayan pink salt, and then our turmeric. Now, when I mix this up, you're gonna say, wow, that's not so much yellow. But I've learned with turmeric, once you heat the turmeric up, it really brings out the color. So you don't want to add too much turmeric when you see it in the bowl and you think it may not be the right color, because I promise you it's going to be really nice and yellow once it gets heated. All right. The nice thing about tofu is tofu takes on the flavor of whatever you're cooking it with. So these seasonings are actually going to be really bringing out this egg-like flavor, especially the black salt. Now, if you can't find black salt, no worries. You can just increase the Himalayan pink salt a little bit and it'll still be just as delicious, I promise you. So once we've softened these vegetables, we're just going to add our tofu in. And lastly, I'm going to add in the tomatoes. So you're gonna wanna let this cook just a little bit, and you wanna really kind of dry it out. You're gonna notice that there's moisture here in the tofu, but as we cook it, it's gonna dry out and give it a really nice texture. And there you have it. We have our scrambled tofu. Now to make this Tex-Mex, what I do, I take a little taco seasoning and just sprinkle it right on top. All right, let's give it a try. These are going to be the best non-scrambled eggs you've ever had. They are just like eggs, not only in texture, but in flavor as well. Well, friends, our time is up here at the Wildwood Lifestyle Center Teaching Kitchen, but I want to invite you to go to our YouTube channel, DIY Health, and don't forget to subscribe.